everyone, this is Sue. Thank you for joining me today. I have a few altered children's books ready. They are repurposed into a junk journal. I will go through each one, and then they'll be listed in my Etsy store. I did have some printable for the ephemera and journal cards that I used inside each one, so I'll also link those down below for into my Etsy store. And then I also have a couple of these little packs in my Etsy store, and after the journal flip through, I'll go through and show you what is in those kind of fun little packets. So I think I'll do the Alice in Wonderland journal first. I did widen the spine on the books. I added some little strips of different fabrics. There is this girl swinging that's attached to the spine. There will be some of these in one of my Etsy stores, and I'll link that below too. It's not in my Innkeeper's Journal Etsy store. It's in the store where I just sell these types of things. And it has an elastic closure with the embellished flower with some pearls and rhinestones. I just think those are so pretty. I love those. So the book is vintage. I'm not sure exactly. Here, I think it shows. $1951 is the year. So has a little bit of a lace trim here and some fabric over the spine. The story does go in order, so there's just journal pages in between. And there's a pocket with this little card journal spot and some bling up in here. And this is a little cutoffs from the journal. Little scraps is hanging on this belly band. It's sewn together with a little fabric up here. It's a little pocket and some bling, some lace on the edge of this little short page. A little piece of vintage wallpaper. This another pocket. A little fabric up here. Small things can be tucked in here. You can either pin some charms on, or anything can hang from these fabric little banners. And this is a decoupage napkin of a bird onto this page. And this has a little bit of trim down here and on this pocket. This is an old book page painted over the words with the stamp and some little vintage fabrics on there. And it's just a children's card for number card. Some scribbling on here. I kind of like that. This is just a botanical page, old botanical book page. Oh, I was going to hang a little charm on there. I'll put a little charm on this bulb pin and some sequins embellishments on there. I've extended the page with this little scrap on here. It says "True Friend," and this is one of the journal cards on the printable sheet. I'll add the printable sheet in right here, and you can kind of see what it looks like in the Etsy store. And that goes into this pocket here. Some lace on the edge. This is a sheet music page. It's a pretty sheer fabric with kind of an embellished gold on there. This is another journal spot embellished with a little sequence piece. Goes in this little pocket. There's a little fabric on that. There was like a sheet music page with a circle cut in it, so I added that tab on there. Some fabric ruffles, another one of the journal cards. This is also a little journal card stuck in here. What happened is sometimes when I print things, if the ink is going to get low, it'll get these lines in it, so I just added some lace over the top. It's kind of expensive to print things out, so I don't really like to throw things away, and that's kind of the idea of a junk journal in a way, just to reuse things. And there's a little pocket down here with this bird. Just kind of a whimsical little bird on there. And there's a fabric tab and a little sequins. This is another little strips of paper and some lace, and it's got some stamping on it. And an embellishment. This is an envelope extended to go through the journal as a page. Some fabric and embellishments on there. It's another old book page with some little fabric and sequency embellishments on there. It kind of makes it really pretty. It's a little piece down there, embroidered piece. It's a butterfly with some bling on there and fabric, and a little sheer bow that matches this sheer pocket. There's a journal card in this pocket, fabric pocket, and lace. This is another envelope embellished with some different fun things, and another like a division card. And there's some more of the, used up some of my pieces that were kind of laying around, try to give it a Wonderland look in the book. And there's another little slips, scraps of paper in that pocket, the fabric pocket, and some more bling. And this is just a piece of the fabric that's hanging on this paper belly band, and this little butterfly journal card inside, and some more fabrics and stamping. There's another Alice on that card, some sequins. This is a little strip of scraps and under this belly band here with some more pretty stuff. Another one of the storybook pages. Another card embellished with some bling to match the page. Lots of places to write. I like my journals to have a lot of free writing spaces. It's kind of what a journal is really all about. And some more fabric and trims. This is one of my fabric snippet bookmarks. Just paper clips onto the page, holding in this little vintage piece of wallpaper that you can use. The vintage wallpapers are just, I don't know, the designs and the colors that really appeal to me. I like the looks of those. Okay. There we go. It's a little bit of beading fringe and some bling on there. So that goes in there. And little embroidered flowers here and some stitching. Typical snippet roll. Some vintage fabrics on there. More book pages. This is an old bingo card under this belly band. It's another one of the journal cards from in the Etsy printable, and some embroidered fabric on there. Another piece of wallpaper under this paper belly band. And this is also a little dictionary card. So, bow. This is a little cluster, the grasshopper, and some bling on there. Another journal card of Alice, and some fabric. Lots of things you can, can make extra tabs if you want with the fabric. And it's just like a piece of paper for journaling. I like to age my papers so that the pages aren't stark white, because the book pages themselves aren't stark white either. Kind of gives a nice cohesive look to the book. It's a little tea journal card in there with teacups, and a little, like a postcard page with some bling on the top there. This is a music page from writing your own music. This is like a little ledger page from a book. I did some stamping on there. I think that's the original color of that. This old paper ages so pretty. This little pom-pom trim on here. Another journal page in here. This is like an old calendar page. Stuck that in there. Some fabric on the top, and here's some more fabric hanging on this belly band. A little piece of parchment paper stamped on under there. Fabric, and there's another one of the journal cards, kind of a garden with a pretty bridge. And some more fabric under here. Some places to write. A little journal card page tucked in that pocket with a little fabric trim. This is a collage of some papers that I had. Some birds. Another one of the journal cards and a place to tuck things, and some more fabric, vintage fabric. And you're trying to do a Alice in Wonderland journal. It's a challenge to come up with some ephemera to stick inside. So I kind of went with the colors, the vintage colors of the book, and created some of the Alice journal cards and some more fabric here. There's some pink pages. This lifts up. This bling and a tab. This is a little, some stamped on some masking tape, and added that on to this place to write. There's another journal card with Alice and the rabbit. Some more book pages. Another little journal spot in this pocket, and some bling. Some more collages of papers that you can use in the journal. Some tuck spots and pockets. This is some embroidered trim. It's really pretty. I think it's from like an old hanky. It's another journal spot in here. Created from some sheet musics. Has some paper or string fringes hanging on the outside. There's a collage tag in here. Some little embellishment on that pocket. Some more cutoffs hanging from this fabric belly band. The journal card of Alice. And then some little things you can cut out and put in your journal there. And that's the back. So that is the Alice in Wonderland journal, and I'll link that down below so you can check it out. And then we have the Peter Rabbit journal. This one is a little bit bigger. I think the Alice in Wonderland journal has 2 signatures, and this one has 3 signatures. So it's a little wider spine, has a little bit more fabric fringes on, another elastic closure on there. I love Peter Rabbit. So fun. So again, the journals are kind of made all at the same time, so they are pretty similar. They have different digitals in. I'll put a link to this digital, and I'll insert it here. And some bling and some pockets, and the story again goes in order and has a printable for all the journal cards that I use in here in my Etsy shop, and I'll link that down below too. This is 1961, it's the year of this book. So this is a little parchment paper pocket, the journal card inside. It's an old book page, and there is a Peter Rabbit printable kit too in my Etsy shop. And it has all these different distress pages, and some of the other pages I used in here. I'll kind of point them out as I go. And that's a kit. So this is one of the pages here. It's a little printable. I just shrunk them down and used them inside the journal too. It's kind of keeping with the theme of the book in the same era with the ephemera. It's just a little journal spot inside this parchment page. Okay, I can't get back in there. There we go. Isn't that pretty? The colors, I just love the colors. Collaged. All the pages are aged, and the wallpapers are vintage, and the fabrics I used are just a little piece hanging from this fabric belly band here. Another journal card. It's another one of the pages from the kit. It's another old hanky fringe edge on here. And this kind of opens up, and this is another place to write. It's hinged in there, and this little piece of fabric just holds it from flopping around, and then I just put this little, kind of ties it shut like that. kind of cute. And this is other journal cards, some vintage fabric. A book page from another children's book, journal card. And I added some of the little Peter Rabbit touches to some of the, there's a bingo card, another one of the pages. This is another from the kit. This got a little darker than, sometimes I print them on like copy dyed paper, so it gets a little darker than the actual printable is. Just depends upon what you like. If you print it on white paper, it'll come out a little different looking than on copy dyed paper. So it has the pom-pom trim on the bottom of the page. These are the journal cards. I'll insert the Etsy printable for that right here. I don't think I did that yet. That way you can kind of see what they look like. A little book page. More from the... And this is the kit too. I like that watering can on there. There's also a printable for the little envelopes too. That's kind of an add-on to the kit. It's just got this little word card tucked inside. There's two of them on a printable. Just got some old embroidered trim there. Peter Rabbit page. More journal cards and old book pages that are painted on, so you can journal on those. This is the bookmark, snippet bookmark in this journal. Little different fabrics and bling and some beaded. You can tuck any kind of photos or memorabilia under there. Little journal card. Got a bee on it. Some rabbits with carrots in their basket. Some kittens in the geese. It's like Peter Rabbit in the garden. It's like a map of a garden or something. This little card goes in here. And this is another one of the printables. I added some lace and some bling. You can dress them up however you want. This is another printable. This is some little pocket of like seed. I'll add that printable here too. They're like add-ons. A couple of spots for journaling here, and I love this vintage fabric. I just love that green. I don't know, something about vintage things that just kind of tugs at my heartstrings. This is the journal page shrunk down. I did a little bit of stamping. Aged the page, just tucks in here. This is a printable page, and I just folded it over, tucked it in there. Some more of the journal cards and some fabric and pretty papers for pockets. Sewed around the image a little bit just to give it some interest. Another one of the pages. This is the other printable pocket. Got this little Monopoly money inside. A little journal card in here. This is the other seed packet pocket. Little tag. Monopoly money with the little fabric. Another one of the vocabulary cards. This is a page from an old seed. No, it's just an old magazine of some kind. This was a sewing magazine or what. I just love the color of the pages and the feel of them. And this is another one of the kit pages. So you can create your own Peter Rabbit journal even though you don't have the Peter Rabbit book. And there's lots of cut-offs. And this page from, cut-offs on the page. It's one of the distress pages in the Peter Rabbit kit. I had a printable of some labels that I printed out and was practicing on, so they might be in the journal or in the Etsy store too pretty soon, so you can look out for those. This is a embellished paper clip with one of the little printable cards. Just tucks on here. Kind of helps hold that page in. The pocket is kind of a shallow page. It's another one of the printable pages. You can cut it apart for layering and collaging and do whatever you can think of. It's another ticket. And it's got some fabric on this little, just folded over, tucks in there. Fabric kind of matched the blankets on it. So that is my, there's a thread on here. I'm just gonna, oh, it's just hanging on there. Okay, so I'll put the closure back on. Just slips on and this little face shows. So those are the two journals that are in my Etsy store. There is another one in there too that is a little smaller than these. It's a little red hen, and that one doesn't have quite as much embellishing. So that way the price kind of stays down. I like to have some of my journals just maybe a little bit more affordable. And then I wanted to show you these little, this is a little postcard or recipe card collection. It just has, each one will have some are a little different. They'll have this little tag with this little sari trim on and then a little doily. It'll be wrapped, tied shut with some kind of, and then it's wrapped inside this piece of paper, and the paper is different on a lot of them too. I'll kind of just show the photo of the, then they have these collection of different recipe cards. They're kind of aged. So there's, and some of them are just a little different, but most of them are, okay, I'll hold them, hold them this way so you can kind of see. This one has a hen on it and some blue little bird, some teapots. You know, I just have so many that I don't think I'm ever going to use them all, so I thought I'm just going to create some little packets of recipe cards for putting in your journals. And then there's a couple of old postcards in there, and you know, you can use them for pockets or in your journals, or if you like the images. Just had a whole bunch of those too, so thought I'll just make up some little packets and somebody can maybe, yeah, it's always kind of fun to have other people's things, or so those will be in my Etsy store too. So I thank everyone for joining me today, and like I said, if you want to check the links below, you'll be able to find most of what I showed you in the video today. So have a nice day. Thank you.